Yup. What's happening, bro? What's happening, bro, man? How you living? Hey, so check me out, right? I know I might get in a little bit of trouble for this live that I'm about to do, right? But I feel like it's time to let it be known what's really going on with this blood stuff. Cause a lot of people is really got a lot of things misconstrued. So in this video, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling, bro. I'm about to break this down, man. I'm about to break this lifestyle down that we live or whatever, and I'm about to just put it in the proper perspective. I'm gonna go from from west to east coast, and it's different. So starting on the west coast, out there in California, whatever the case may be, that's where blood originated at. Fight against oppression against people that was coming into the communities and oppressing the communities. It didn't start as a thing that oppressed your own people. That's not what it started as. You understand what I'm saying? But in any event, in any event, right? It started as a thing to fight against black people. Against people that was oppressing the communities or whatever in the late '60s, early '70s. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no green light thing. It was this block, this block, this block, and this block was saying, all right, we gonna come together and we gonna do this XYZ. We gonna fight against these separate individuals because they coming over here into these communities and they coming over here into these communities and oppressing the people that's in these communities. And that's basically how that started on the East Coast. On the West Coast. But also to add to it, the 80s come around, the guns get involved. That's when the government was putting the guns into the communities and the drugs in the communities to oppress the people. Long story short, long story short, drugs is what segregated and separated all of the different gangs in California. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how it used to be unity amongst black people amongst the gangs. So, you know, they start migrating different states and pushing they sets in other cities and states. And then fast forward, you get to the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? The first hood on the East Coast that I know of is Pittsburgh. It was in Pittsburgh in the 80s. Treetop. It goes from that, and then it comes to Philadelphia. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Not Philadelphia, Mississippi. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is where it came to. And it came to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania before it went to New Jersey and before it went to New York. But there's a difference. And this is why I said in the beginning of this video, West Coast, East Coast, and East Side. It's a difference. So I'm going to break it down. Come to Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Philly. And in Philly, it was TRG, which is a Cambodian gang. Cambodian blood gang. Rascals. Tiny Rascal gang. You know what I'm saying? Bloods, you know what I mean? Whoop-de-whoop. But yeah. So that's all in 1992, 91, 92, and all of that. Fast forward, you get the homies that go in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? You got, Double I, Inglewood to Illtown, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop. You know what I mean? Shout out to the big bros that put it down. Inglewood families and all of them boys, you know what I'm saying? Respect, much love. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, that's 92. 93 come around, it started out there in New York. But the difference is New York don't got California lineage. So with that being said, this is why you hear New York dudes say that we started blood first on the East Coast. We started blood on the East Side. Woo, 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 woo. We the first bloods. Woo, 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 woo. But the real is, they not the first bloods. And if we gonna keep it all the way official, the politics that they kick about having a green light, they ain't get no green light from nobody to start what they started over there in New York. If we gonna keep it official, you ain't get no green light from the West Coast homies to do that. Yeah, whoa, whoa, what's popping? That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. ALS 812. It's a fact that Bloods was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania before they was in New York and New Jersey. But the lineage of it is what makes it different, which is why New York niggas be like, oh, well, which is why New York niggas say, oh, we started blood first. Woo, 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 woo. Bro, I don't know who you is. Ben, you got noodles, took in jail. You ain't no blood. I'ma show you not blood. Break it down to me. Break it down to me how you telling me that I'm not blood. Put me on game. Since you trying to come on my live and tell me that I'm not blood. I've been blood almost 20 years, bro. It ain't nothing about blood that you could tell me that I don't know about, bro. And that's a fact. So break it down. The red flag came from the Vice Lord, if you want to be real. It's gonna be dreads on the floor if you keep saying blood. Okay. Thanks for telling me. But as far as Vice Lords, right? The first thing is, much love to the Vice Lords. They rock the five, the People's Nation or whatever. Much respect, much love to them. But what the Vice Lords got to do with blood ain't got what the Vice Lords don't got nothing to do with what's going on with blood. As far as them repping their flag, they rep their flag how they rep it. All right, cool. It's universal flags, homie. Everybody got their own representation and meaning to what they rock when they rock these flags. You got Trey took in jail. It's gonna be dreads on the floor if you keep saying blood. My Vato partners say you got Trey took in jail. Yo, first off, right? Trey is Cribs. That's first and foremost. So when you sit here and you say Trey, obviously your homie ain't official for him to be claiming that he's a Trey. Like anybody that know anything about blood know that Trey's is Crip. So whatever you say, bro. But like brother Marcus Moore, no, I ain't from Pyru, bro. I ain't from Pyru, bro. Much love to the Pyrus. I've been out there. 1 Trey 5 Pyru. You know what I'm saying? Right around the corner for Oleana Street and Compton Ave and all of that. It's all in the same area. It's macaroni time if I see that car. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, check this out, right? I know that you just bidding, right? I know that you just bidding because any smart gangbanger is not gonna be on a public forum like this talking about they gonna do something like that. But like, I ain't hard to find. Like if that's what you really want to do, like I ain't ducking no wreck, bro. I ain't looking for no trouble neither though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for no trouble, but I ain't running from it neither. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, bro. Hey, no, hey, listen, no. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, right, brother Emmanuel? It's all love, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. I ain't mad at you, man. I'm not mad at you, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing is like, if you know, man. I wasn't talking to you, bandoleros. I'm talking to my man Emmanuel. I'm telling you though, if you want smoke, I'm not ducking no wreck. But I ain't looking for no trouble neither, is what I'm telling you. I ain't hard to find if that's what you really want. But I ain't hard to find if that's what you really want. Hold up, I got you. Hold up, I got you. That comment, that comment that I just penned, that comment that I just penned is what I'm speaking on. It ain't got nothing to do with you, the one that keep acting like you want rap. Hey, listen. Let me explain something to you. Street reheat. Let me break it down to you. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing on the internet that's not supposed to be known. That ain't already type known. Like, cause for one, you don't get on these type of forums and speak on certain things. That being said, any anything that I'ma speak on is an actual fact based off of knowledge from original gangbangers. But at the same time, this is like knowledge that people just know. Like when you know. Hey, yeah, hey, brother Emmanuel, I know. I already know. That's why I ain't really saying nothing. You hear me? That's why I ain't really saying nothing. Cause I already know what time I'm on. Like, yo, you could check my background. You know what I'm saying? Like I go by Scarface for a reason. I don't go by Scarface for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, but no, listen. No. Hey, viral clips. Listen. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, etc., etc. But check it out. It's like this. Originally viral clips are origins with being in the hood. Being in the hoods was to protect the black communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, like, you gotta go all the way back to Black Panthers. Then you gotta go back before that when it was just like original street gangs and stuff like that. Like, bro, like, you gotta understand that everything was based around protecting the black communities, even with the Crips. Like, them, they started off as a gang that was designed to fight against white people and white gangs and police that was coming into the communities, oppressing the communities. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's like the government counterintelligence program come in and they insert CIA and all that stuff. They insert drugs into the neighborhood. No, so listen, like, look at it. Look at the history. Look at, if you go back to the 20s with Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? Or the Black Wall Street, how the government blew that up and destroyed it and eradicated black people from being able to have resources, right? And it's all systematically done. No, so like, as far as the drugs, like, look at it from this perspective. If you in a community where it's impoverished, right? And you're not being taught financial literacy, you're not being taught another way. The government is making it seem like it's one way. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that it's sad that brothers killed over the blocks and all of that too. I think it's whack, for real, for real. In real life, I think that all black people need to come together and make some changes to the country, for real, because specifically black men. The real is, The women ain't gonna follow us black men until us black men as a unit come together and rock accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? But like, yeah, though, man. Like, it's simple, man. Like, it's simple. It's if you trying to win in this lifestyle, you gotta put the work in. And being a blood, being a crip, whatever you trying to be a part of, is simple. It's it's simple, man. You gotta make sure that number one, you being around individuals that you could trust. That's a first and foremost. First and foremost, period. You got to be around people you can trust. If you can't trust the people that you're around, you can't bang, because if you're gonna end up hurting the people that's around you. Um, the second part of it is like, you know, understanding what banging is. Understand that being a gang member and being a gang banger is two different things. A gang banger, right, is nothing but two or more people fighting against something. Period. No matter what it is. Like if you, like for instance, if your mother was to fight somebody right now, and you go fight with your mother against that person that's fighting your mother, you gangbanging. That's what gangbanging is, in its most purest form. In its purest, most simplest form, gangbanging is two or more people. So in prison, right? In prison, it's a little different. You know, people is more together in prison, but it's like it's even separations in prison too. And it's all about who you cohesive with, who you build with. Cause it's like being on the streets. You mess with this homie, but you might not be good with this homie. But you cool with this no homie. He around the way. So it's love with this one. But it ain't love with this one because you don't like him, but he from around the way, so you got love for him because he from around the way. It's but see, and I'm gonna break that down. It's the saying, they say, all homies ain't your homies. And as a blood, when you come up, you don't come up with that mindset. It'd be all homies is your homies. So I'm saying that to point something out to you, to show you something. If all homies ain't my homie, why would a homie have to go to another homie to get a green light to be a homie? You understand what I'm saying? Like or for instance, if let's just say I'm in Nickerson Gardens. Let's just say I'm out in Watts. And them niggas say to me, all homies ain't my homies. So I go to, let's say, I don't know. I go to Grape Street, and I start Grape Street Bloods or something. Right? I'm just saying hypothetically. And the Nickerson Gardens tell me I can't do it. All right, why I can't do it? Because you telling me I can't do it, or because I can't do this? Are you giving me an ultimatum saying that I can't do this? It's like, okay, I can understand the politics behind it. That's a Crip hood. So it's like, you're not going to build no bloods in the Crip neighborhood unless you taking the whole hood. But I'm saying all of that to basically say, if you got your own territory, if you have your own territory, you doing your own thing, can't nobody come in and tell you what you can and can't do. Period. Now, if you trying to take somebody else's stamp, that's a problem. Like, I ain't Pyru. I'm not going to try to say that I'm a Pyru hood. That's not that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that, because at the end of the day, that's not my stamp to do that. What I am going to tell you is, though, I'm in NPB. I'm going to tell you I'm RSB. You know what I'm saying? AKA RSB. I tell you I'm RSB, AKA NPB, AKA Reaper Squad. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you these things. You know what I mean? I'm the founder of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the face of it. And that's a fact. Philadelphia-based gang. Philadelphia-based organization. That's how I'm coming. Period. All that rocking in line with what somebody else is saying, nah. Nope. Ain't doing none of that. But at the same time, I'm not coming in with any intentions of being disrespectful towards anybody. My whole thing is, for far too long, it's been a lot that's been going on, and people was not recognizing certain things that need to be recognized. You know what I'm saying? But like, long story short, like, what I'm doing is the origins of how blood started. Starting my own thing without nobody's stamp, none of that. This how it's supposed to be done. You bang your hood, you bang for your corners, period. But like, if you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Share to the channel. You know what I mean? Jump on board with what I got going on, man. I got the music out. I got the music out. I got the publishing company. I got the record label out. You know what I'm saying? I've been making a little cash off this music. You know what I mean? I've been making this cash off this music, doing my thing. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm trying to get some reapers and more reapers on deck. You know what I'm saying? Definitely accept applications if niggas is really with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't even about being on no negative stuff. It's about growth and development, man. It's about being in a position of financial stability for all parties involved, not just one party, period. I'm a leader. You understand what I'm saying? I want people to win. I don't want nobody to lose. So it's simple, man. If you on deck and you trying to get on deck, cool. If not, cool. It doesn't make a difference to me. You feel me? It really don't make a difference to me. But like, simple shit. If you want to know how it is, it's all beginning, you can holler at me, man. I'll give you the book of life. You know what I'm saying? Let you read up on the book of life. Matter of fact, hold up. While I'm sitting here, let me grab the book of life right now. You know what I mean? Grab the book. Grab the book of life. Yo. This the book of life, you know what I'm saying? This the book of life right here. If you know, you know. If you gang bang and you on my time, then you know what that's about. I ain't gotta tell you. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? But like, comment, subscribe, man. Share it to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop, man. Vibe with him. Vibe with your boy. You know what I mean? Vibe with me. But in any event, though, people, I'm ready to get ready to slide, but I gotta tell you, reading is very fundamental. Number one. If you want growth and development, you gotta understand everything that comes with it. You know what I mean? Growth and development is everything. But like, comment, subscribe, share to the channel. And I'm out. I'm gonna talk to y'all.